Hey, so I didn't know what to call you all. I was gonna say my little doves, which is what Mina Lee does, which I think is really cute. But I'm gonna kind of say what my seraphic network or whoever's tuned in to channel this channel Astrid want to say hi, and that I'd had a couple of archetypes kind of come to me that I thought I would share, or they invited me to share because I asked first, and they said sure. So one is I was thinking it was more like the energy of Mary of Magdalene, but then I was like, no, this energy isn't of like being hanging out and being really close friends with the guru. This energy is really about seeing uh the holy, sacred, and the spiritual aspect to an event that could be seen as really just like what base, but just very earth centric and just seeing the spiritual aspect of that. So I was calling her the anointer. So actually, it's Mary from somebody else, uh, wherever they were, the one who anoints Jesus's feet with oil and puts her hair on it and all that stuff. But mostly the energy of seeing that that event can be made sacred and knowing exactly what to do. And that came to me because I was at work. I'm a medical biller, as you guys I think know. And somebody had put this on our free shelf, and it's a Jardin en Jardin sur la Lagune Hermé. Supposedly, I have no idea. I don't know why this was on the free shelf. It was, and normally I wouldn't pick it up because perfume gives me a headache. But I thought, oh, I'll take it home anyway. And I found myself anointing my own feet with it, and then my spine as part of this kinetic wild path I'm on. I was like, oh, there we go. It's the energy of that isn't so much the friend of the gurus and not Mary Magdalene energy, but Mary the Anointer, or just the Anointer, or kind of a modern version of what I think of as the High Priestess. So someone channeling that energy or being the archetype of seeing the sacred in the ordinary, and by even self-determination, but stating, by doing this act, I have now not escalated. I have now enriched this activity or whatever it is into that sacred special realm, or whatever, the spiritual realm. That's what this is all about, right? So there's the anointer. The other one that had come my way was uh, what I'm going to be for Halloween, or who I am, who is the Immortal Librarian or an Archivist, which I kind of also see as say, a modern version of the Hermit, maybe, if you're looking for an equivalent archetype in conventional tarot or whatever. I'm kind of putting these as archetypes in my own alethometer and my own spiritual work for my own creative practices, and some Wraithu things, which I've ordered the grimoires, and I'll probably do some posts about that. But that is Wraithu sigils. And all right, so the other archetype I'm really excited. So there's TV show adaptation called The Magicians, over books from Lev Grossman, The Magicians. And in the TV version, there is my favorite character, Zelda Schiff, who is the head of the library in the Netherlands, or the Order of the Library in the Netherlands. And she says something about death, which is pretty much the only way I can handle it, which is she says, death for the librarian, it's not the end, it is a transferring to another branch. I just think that's great. Uh, so, wanted to share that as this archetype of the immortal librarian. So, I will be Zelda for Halloween this year. I almost wore my glasses and wig for this little session, but maybe I'll do that next time if I'm really channeling her. Or can channel her now. Anyway, that idea of the kind of the immortal scribe, or the person who, that the energy of an entity that holds all the great ideas of consciousness or humanity, or any self-aware, self-actualized thought, creative thought, whatever that is. So the holder of sacred knowledge, or Merlin, whatever. So kind of that. Anyway, so I liked the Immortal Librarian or the Immortal Archivist because that sounds cool. And I'm going to be here for Halloween. So, anyway, wanted to gift anybody who tunes into this those. The other one, I'll just throw in a third because this has been fun, is my Astrid Astrolabe. She keeps coming up as an engineer, and it's like, ooh, she's an engineer for my home, what I kind of project as my own little Cylon home base, an immortal ship that your soul gets to go to if you're as long as they're nearby, resurrection ship. I just like Battlestar Galactica reboot, so and was totally obsessed with it for a very long time. So that's why it's in my own spiritual work. It may not fit for you. Anyway, so I was thinking of having that, pulling in the archetype of, yeah, I'm the engineer of whatever this ship is, ship Bizarro planet Earth, whatever, wherever you are, whatever part of that path, dimensions, this and that, omniverse, pick your uh, level that you want to be on, kind of thing. Anyway, so I like the idea of the engineer of the mothership, whatever that mothership might be. Could be Wicca, really. I mean, that's what I'm discovering about all this for me, is that the more it fits what you love, which for me is Celtic stuff, Scottish stuff, Battlestar Galactica, Tolkien, Raythu, uh, redheads, kilts, um, all kinds of things. My own creative sandboxes of worlds, door steppers, people who just walk through a doorway and are in another place. I love all this, right? So that makes it very potent for me, and my inner landscape is joyous and happy and not a dumpster fire. That's the other thing kind of I've done, is that by doing working as the engineer, I guess, is being able to navigate or create that engineering software that works, that means that I don't self-sabotage. That's a plus. So tossing that out there too. And now I'm just rambling. So thanks for tuning in. Whoever does see this, I will send this out to my folks, Ashtara and Brittany and Hillary and Allison and uh, Laura, Julia. Boy, a lot of women. All women, I think, actually. And Yesenia, who in my book series represents a culture called Yesenians, and I have Ashtara and two stories. And Matthew, yes, I'll send this your way too. My cousin, who I plug into all the time, every week. All right, shutting up now. Seraphic Network says ciao, bye, and have a great one. Bye. Love you.